Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is October 27, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. All right, looking at the S&P 500 E-mini futures, what you're going to see here is that futures are trading higher by about 8.75 points to 2142 and a quarter, 2142 and a half per contract. We're flip-flopping around up here, but nonetheless, futures are higher ahead of the opening bell. Now, we had a lot of economic data released at 8:30 in the morning, weekly jobless claims, etc. But the real driver, the real story is earnings, and we have lots of earnings, and after the closing bell will be the big day for earnings when you have Amazon and Google, better known as Alphabet, reporting after the close today. But in the meantime, let's go through a lot of different stocks that we have out here. UPS reported earnings today. Right now, the stock is trading right where it closed. No big deal there. The stock had some movement. You could see here. But all in all, sitting right at 108.61. But this will be in play today, so keep UPS on the radar. If the stock does trade up to around the 110 level, I do think there's a lot of resistance there. And if it falls down to around 106.50, 106.60, there's a lot of support there. But keep UPS on the radar today. That will be in play. Looks like Ford Motor reported earnings. Stock right now is trading at $11.86. Closed at $11.88 yesterday. I don't really see Ford going much lower. I think it could trade down to maybe $11.40, maybe $11.25. I just don't see it getting much below there at this point in time. So again, don't get too bearish on Ford. We will be watching that when the opening bell rings today. Twitter, TWTR, is catching a bid today, and this is on the back of more M&A speculation. Again, I don't know who's going to buy it or where this stuff comes from, but nonetheless, stock is trading up at 18.08. It closed at 17.29, so that's a good pop for Twitter. But again, I don't know where the speculation is coming from, where the rumor is that it's going to be bought out. I don't know who's buying it or for what price or anything like that. Again, it's just more of a rumor so far. Let's take a look at Tesla because they did come out with earnings. Tesla's getting a nice little pop. Looks like the stock right now is trading at 211 and a quarter, closed at 202 and a quarter, so that's a pretty good little move higher, about a 9-point jump in Tesla. All in all, when I look at this stock, I really don't see any upside here, though. So again, maybe it gets at 213, 212.85, 212.75. That really is about it. I don't see the stock going any higher than that. So be careful. If you own Tesla, trail your stop loss immediately. If you do not own Tesla, I would not be buying it here. Okay, next up, we'll take a look at Solar City. This is rallying up a little bit with the Tesla news. So Solar City's catching a bid. Again, big resistance on Solar City, around 22 bucks. I can't see that stock getting above $22 at this point in time. Let's take a look at BMY, Bristol Myers. Good pop there. Stock is trading at $52, closed at $49.29. Bristol Myers came out with earnings. Looks like they beat expectations, also up their guidance. Stock is trading sharply higher. Full and fair disclosure, I do own call options on Bristol Myers. Let's take a look at DPS, which is Dr. Pepper Snapple. And what you're going to see here is stock is trading at $88.61, right where it closed. But this will be in play today once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at AK Steel. I think they did a share offering. Stock is getting hit, closed at $5.50, now trading at $5.05. It's off its worst levels, which was a pierce of $4.90, but now it is trading at $5.05. There's really no play on AK Steel. The only level that would interest me today is if the stock got down to around $3.40. I don't know if that would happen, but if it does, I'd get interested in AK Steel at that level. Let's take a look at F5 Networks, and what you're going to see here is stock is trading at 127.78. This is a great move for F5. Stock closed at 119.54, so this is a huge pop. I'm not sure of the news. I know there were earnings involved, but I'm not sure if there's anything else. A lot of resistance coming in between 130 and 135, but if you own it, trail the stop loss. There's a powerful pop, and if you don't own it, I would leave it alone. But nonetheless, we'll keep F5 on alert and on the radar here once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at VMware. VMW is the ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at 76.86. It closed yesterday at 73.31, so good little uptick for VMware. A lot of resistance around the $79 level. Keep that on the radar today, and more resistance around $83. So that's what I'm seeing, at least at the moment. I was looking to get a gap play out of this, but sometimes this stock doesn't trade a million shares. Recently it does, and then sometimes it doesn't. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. It does overshoot. And again, I'm trying to stay away from those kind of names. Let's take a look at Western Digital, WDC. What you're going to see here is the stock is trading at $58.85. I have gap levels prepared for us for this stock. Good move. Briefly, it got all the way up to around $60.50. So good little pop for Western Digital. In sympathy to Western Digital, watch Seagate, STX. That is getting a pop as well. That is trading around $35.41 at the moment. So good little pop. That closed at $34.84. But Western Digital, I will have gap resistance levels for you in the chat room at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at good old Buffalo Wild Wings. BWLD is the ticker symbol here. And what you're going to notice is that this stock is catching a big bid. Closed at 135.10, now trading at 141.60. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. This is definitely a light volume name. On a normal day, it trades between 300,000 and 400,000. Yesterday, it did trade higher volume. Today, it is trading. It is going to trade higher volume as well. But we'll try to isolate some levels in this once the opening bell rings. I know I'm going to do this one right here. A lot of members always ask me about this. Cheesecake Factory on the move today. Stock closed at $49.12. It is now trading at $53.35. So good little pop for Cheesecake Factory. I am seeing big resistance, though, probably around $54.75, $54.70. So just keep that on the radar. Not all that much upside to it, but good pop ahead of the opening bell today on the back of earnings. There are a lot of other stocks that have reported earnings. I just can't cover them all in this quick video. So again, keep them on the radar. Anything that I see, I will point it out. Right now, a lot of good moves out here. We'll see how this market plays out. And again, gap plays will be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. All right, looking over at the gold market, we have gold futures trading up $6. We have crude oil flat at $49.22 a barrel. So all in all, right now we are seeing gold tick higher. Oil is flat. Markets are higher across the board. Futures are up 8.5 points on the E-minis. And we'll see how this plays out once the opening bell rings. Another good day of trading yesterday. We're going to look to keep that going today. If you want to trade alongside of us, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat room. We had a gap play yesterday. We had some other trades, all winners. And again, we're going to look to keep that going today. So again, busy time of year, busy season. Great time to be a chat room member. Take that 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see what it's all about. With that being said, everybody have a great session, and we will see you on the charts.